Come on, are you serious?
He's looking at his profit loss.
Yo, what's good? About to go ahead and share with you guys this beautiful breakdown.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Anyway, I'm gonna break it down and really show you guys what I'm looking at, why I took the trade, and what I did to get to this point in this journey. You know what I mean? So stay tuned, follow along with me. Let's go to the charts. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. I'm gonna show you guys the process I take in order to take a trade, because we don't just come in here and just place trades whenever we want. It's all a system. I wait for confirmations. I wait for certain things to happen. Not to mention, I got to look at how much I'm risking versus how much I'm going to be gaining, because that's very important to longevity and being profitable and stuff like that. So let me just zoom out here. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom out. I can do this on time frames. I can do this through scrolling, but really you want to go on the higher time frames. Now, for this case, for this particular case, I went ahead and marked out these red zones on the daily and the weekly. It shows that this market is in a zone, right? This market is in a range. It's going back and forth, okay? I also marked up this green area here. As you can see, this arrow is just showing you why I marked it here. It's a very strong area of previous support or resistance. And it broke through here, which is fine. And it broke through here again, but also acted as some resistance here as well. So decent area that I'm looking at, okay? Now, I don't just use just that area. I'm going to use other things in conjunction with that area, right? So what I also do, I'm always predicated on market structures. For those who don't know, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at market structure, okay? For those who don't know what market structure is, I'm going to just explain it very simple here, okay? You've got your uptrends, okay, and you have your downtrends, all right? Your market structure is these points here. In an uptrend, you're going to have a series of higher highs and higher lows, okay? So you got your high right here, you got your low, and you have your higher high because it's higher than this one, right? And you have your higher low because it's higher than this previous low. And it keeps going on and on and on until it's done. Now, downtrend, vice versa, okay? Lower highs and lower lows, okay? So you got your low, then you have your lower high. And you got a lower low because it's lower than the previous low. And you have a lower high because it's lower than the previous lower high, okay? Or previous high, whatever. So when the market shifts and changes the trend, you're able to capitalize and take sales. Or if the market is continuing, you can continue to buy it up in the trend. So there's multiple ways to capture this concept, but understanding that you need market structure to understand where the market is going and how to capitalize it and how far you need to take profits and all that good stuff. Very, very important. So I do that. I literally mark up my charts. I go to my path tool and I literally just follow the charts. So in this case scenario, you can literally see this downtrend, right? If we zoom in here, it's just this area right here. You got your lows, your highs, your lows, and we're just going down, 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 down. So look, at this area, we're saying, okay, we're still making lower lows and lower highs, and we're running into an area of previous support / resistance. Not to mention we have these EMAs crossing. The blue is coming down, right? So let me take this candle off here because we wouldn't see this. We wouldn't see this yet. Right here, right now, we're not selling. We haven't seen anything to tell us to sell. All we know is we can anticipate a sell. Let's look at this here, though. You see this area right here? We had this little small support a little bit above this bigger one. Just something to note. So what happens is we wait for the candle structure to let us know. We get this little push up, nothing yet. Then we get this push here. This is what does it for me. This is called a bearish engulfing. But not to mention, we have multiple things that are alarms that are going off in my head. We have the cross here. We have the candle tap this MA. We have the candle wick tap this previous support. And then we have a full push back down away from this previous big level of support / resistance, okay? That's a signal for me. I'm in the trade. So the minute that closes, always after the candle closes, I'm taking the trade. I put my stops a little bit above here, and I bring them down here. risk to reward is 1 to 4. So I can risk 1% to make 4%. Perfect trade. That's what you want. Now, what happens during the trade is up to you. So now we go straight into profit, this, that, and the third, and we're moving. Now, this right here could scare people, but I managed it throughout, and it continued to short down. I also caught a re-entry up in that area as well. I will show you on a smaller time frame, but basically what this candle print here is something of a smaller time frame signal as well. So I got in the trade initially, and then I got it again after that. So I'm going to break that down in just a minute here. But let me show you guys what happened here. Not to mention, let's look at this area right here. As you can see, this is an area of interest to let us know, okay, this could be first take profit or whatever. Let's be careful. We need to make sure that we're not, we're mindful of this area because it could reject here, right? Anyway, we get the push and we just move it. So right here on a smaller time frame, we're going to go into the hourly, and we're going to see that we're still downtrending, but we're coming into this area and the market is pushing a little bit, pushing down a little bit past it. We're like, okay, cool. But then we get this clean move back up and we're like, okay, what's happening here? The market kind of wants to hike back up. So at this point, I closed the profits around this area, and this is where I was at about $1,000. So I was happy with that. What I had, risk to reward wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It was like 1 to 2-ish, whatever. But that's not a big deal. When you manage your trades, you can understand there's many different things to do during the trade. So anyway, that's basically the breakdown. I did take another trade in correlation, but it was very similar. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to show you guys from a screenshot on the 30-minute, which is basically a deeper dive into this time frame where my entry was when the candle first started out, like that 4-hour candle closed a little bit after that. So here's a picture real quick. All right. So let's see if I show up here. Am I recording? Okay. Maybe we can't see me. Hopefully we can see this. So anyway, let's look at this. This is zoomed in, 30 minutes. As you can see, we had this halfway of a 4-hour candle is right here. So what I really like to do is when that 4-hour engulfs, I love to take it halfway up and then sell it right then, or buy it right then, right when it goes halfway through. It just lets me know I got a clean retracement. But that didn't really happen. So what ended up happening is the market came up here. We have some previous resistance right here. And we have this clean, another engulfing pattern on a 30-minute candle. Okay. So we have a bearish engulfing, another signal. You can take that trade right there. And I did take the trade. I put my stops a little bit above that, and I let it ride out. So that also helped me make a little bit more money because I was in tuned. I watched the market structure. As you can see, the market came up, it stalled, and it broke down. Right here is your previous lows. It broke those and made a new lower high. So now we can assume that it's going to make a lower low. We get in the trade, it goes down. I think we caught like 70, 75, 80 pips. It was a great trade. So that's just like the breakdown on the 30-minute. The reason why I took a picture of it because it just made more sense to actually break it down from this standpoint of view, because when I was doing it on the replay, it's just not effective. It's as effective. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's basically it. Long story short, I didn't even take profit all the way at 1 to 4. So if the market did continue to move in my favor, I would have been up like a good little 5,000-6,000 charges to the game. You know what I mean? There's going to be more trades that I'm going to be able to take. Just understanding that even in this case scenario, we were kind of in a transitional state where the market could have transitioned, which it ended up doing anyway. I'm going to show you guys what ends up happening. So the market ends up, coming down a little bit more, but long story short, it ends up coming back and basically changing trends. So right here, we got a change in trend, and now we're trying to move back up past this previous resistance, and we broke above it, and we're moving up. So yeah, that sometimes that happens, but that's part of the game. Understanding that you're not always going to be right, but at the same time, we got some good profits. We've seen some great money coming to the account, so I'm not mad at all. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys got some value from this video. Try to break it down as simple as I could so you guys could get kind of what I was thinking about how I took it and stuff like that and how I managed it, because managing is another level when it comes to taking your trades, and then like taking them is the first step and then managing is the next. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put something down in the comments, any questions, anything that you'd like to share. Also in the description, we have the MTC chat, free signals, free analysis, just free information for those who want to get started or for those who just want some something to soak up, some information to soak up. Check us out. We go live quite a bit throughout the week and just do different trade things and just try to serve the trading community as much as we can. So that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.